And welcome to Somerville Highlander Volleyball on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon, and today the Highlanders welcome one of the top teams in the GBL into Bruin Fieldhouse as the Lynn Classical Rams are in to face off against the Highlanders. Lynn Classical comes in with an overall record of 6-1. Their only loss to Woburn last week, as a matter of fact. They are 3-0 in the GBL. The Highlanders 5-3 overall, 4-1 in the GBL. Highlanders, Rams, and the Patriots of Revere. Those are your three top teams in the GBL battling for that GBL title. And the Highlanders today handicapped because they are without their setter and their leader, Ozzie Marks. Ozzie is out on the West Coast as he's checking out colleges out there. Good luck to Ozzie on that adventure, seeing where he wants to continue his education. But what that means is the Highlanders have called up Milo Holloway, I should say, from the junior varsity team, and Holloway will get out there. He will be setting along with Nate Travers, number 13. Travers will begin as the setter for the Highlanders. So the sophomore Travers as well as the freshman Holloway, they will be taking care of the setting duties, and we are about to get underway with Nate Travers back at the service line for the Highlanders. Over on the Rams side, keep an eye out for number 2, Kinzel Lantano. He is their setter. He is also their superstar. So keep an eye on him as he heads back there to that service line after the service error by Travers gives Classical the lead off the bat. Ace there for Lantano. Did you see that deceptive service from Kinzel Lantano? Excellent ace service there from Lantano as that one just dove straight down, dropping right in front of that back line. 3-0. Sent over by the Highlanders. Not much danger there as Chetty gets it over. Now the set by Lantano. Dug out on the back line by Torlentes. Travers with the set. Good block there. That gets over. Nice job by KO Jr. Good block there by Jr. Great reaction by Mehdi as he was able to get the second touch there. Not much danger here. Highlanders have an opportunity with Evans Bienemy, and they will take the point as Bienemy will take that kill. Good volley there between the two teams. You can see the Highlanders have to up their game today against the Rams. Of course, the Highlanders, a single loss in the GBL, that 4-1 record overall, losing at Revere earlier this season. Highlanders would not like to go down with 2 losses in the GBL this early on. The enemy has to get that over. Not much danger here. Good dig on that back line by Dylan Maiden. He's going to send it over. Now the Rams can cook here. And violation goes against the Rams as Rich's Wantep coming flying in. Touches the net. So on the net touch, Highlanders will take the point. 2-3. Julian Chetty back at the service line for the Highlanders. That's an opportunity for Bienemy. Now the set here for Mehdi. And the Highlanders will get that one as Mehdi was not able to get that one over the net. Got that one onto the tape, so the Highlanders come back tying this one at 3. That one drifting on Chetty. As Julian's got that kind of funky knuckleball service, and that time the lack of spin just seemed to carry it and just slide it right along out to the far side. 4-3 now is Rich's Wantep back at the service line. That's going to go long as Wantep picks up the service error. Highlanders tie it back up, 4-4. Of course, volleyball, best 3 out of 5 sets. Each set goes to 25 points. You have to win every set by 2 points. And the final set, if it goes to a 5th set, will be a 15-point set. As Torrentes looking for the cross kill, and he gets it as it was touched by the block attempt and out. Highlanders with the point, 5 serving 4. Highlanders not aware they had received that point, as I believe it was Ali Mehdi up at the net getting called for the touch on that. Now Dylan Maiden with the service. Kill attempt there by Malik Brown goes long. Highlanders lead 6-4. Head coach Chris LeBlanc for the Rams inquiring with the floor referee. Interior set there, nice block. As Torrentes and Swango right there. Interior attempt to set Jonathan Chan. Highlanders with a tremendous block there by Torrentes. 7 serving 4. Highlanders getting a warning. Good service by Maiden. Good service return here. Opportunity on the kill. You can see the ability of Kenzel Lantano there, flying in and getting that kill. 5 serving 7 here. This needs to go over. Torrentes gets it over. And Caven Keeve picks up the kill. Another really nice set right at the net there by Kenzel Lantano. Torrentes gets set. Good dig on the back line by One Tep. And the kill goes to Brown there, as he's able to drive that one right down. 7 serving 7. Long Fahm back at the service line. Back set. Good job there by Bieniemy as Evans floating through the air. Great back set there by Nate Travers as well. As Abdulrahman Khalif checking in for the Highlanders, as well as Milo Holloway. Holloway, the freshman, gets the call up from the JV team back at the service line. 8 serving 7. Serviced by Holloway, and welcome to varsity, Mr. Milo. There's an ace. As Holloway racks up the ace for the Highlanders, they lead 9 serving 7. Good service return here as Brown looking for the kill, gets it inside of the block attempt of Swango and Kaloff. Picks up his second kill of the match. 8 serving 9. Mehdi back at the service line for the Rams. Set here for Torrentes. Good dig on the back line there. One Tep with that one. Torrentes, a little soft one there, but Mehdi able to get to it. Back line attack, and there is Swango with the block. As Rich's Juan Tep came flying in from the back line, and Zach Swango takes care of business with his defensive positioning. What a tremendous block there by Swango, 10 serving 8. It's Torrentes back at the service line. Torrentes into the net. Service error for the Highlanders. 9 serving 10 now. Malik Brown back at the service line. And the Highlanders out of rotation. Point will go over to the Rams on that service. Younger players on the floor, not set correctly. Ten serving 10 now, Brown with the service. Soft touch there by Milo. It might end up working out for the Highlanders as that's the fourth touch. As Holloway, little soft touch there. Swango able to get it over. Highlanders retake the lead, 11 serving 10. Swango back at the service line. Tough dig there, but able to do it was Lantano. Now the opportunity for Wantep. Dug out by the Highlanders, went over on one touch. This has to go over from Wantep. And that gets into the net. No, it's outside. It was outside the antenna. Highlanders take the point. Excellent blocking up front as Kaloff doing a great job with KO Jr. But there, the headiness of the senior Kenzel Lantano. Quick second touch send. Highlanders not ready for it. Rams take that point. Caven Keeve back at the service line. That'll go long. Service error. Highlanders will take the point and the side out. 13 serving 11. Holloway will head to the bench. Nate Travers checking back in for the Highlanders, heads back to the service line. See head coach Steve Walker with these substitutions. Wantep dug out very well. Dylan Maiden did a great job with that. Excellent work as well to get it over by Nate Travers and Evans Bienemy. Now Travers with the set. Sets Chetty. Soft touch, able to be dug out. Interior set, good job by Torlentis on the back. Chetty sends it over. And they will get that on that second touch, a second touch send. The Rams able to attack that aggressively and take the point, 12 serving 13. Montano back at the service line. Setting Bienemy. Wantep flying in. Picks up the kill. That left outside attack of Riches Wantep. So difficult. 13 serving 13. Highlanders would like to get Lantano off at the service line. He tips the tape, it goes the Rams' way. Bienemy elevates and kills. As Maiden will pick up the assist on that one. Great job by Evans Bienemy coming in for his third kill. Highlanders retake the lead, 14 serving 13. Julian Chetty back at the service line. Montano with the set. One tap. Flying in now with that right side kill. Picks up his second kill of the match, 14 serving 14. Riches Wantep back at the service line. Setting Torlentes from the back line is Chetty. Tough combination there, went too long. Rams retake the lead, 15 serving 14. Set right here, just too close to the net. As Nate tried to drop that one close to the net for Eli to come flying in on, but you can't touch the net, and so Eli couldn't aggressively attack that one. 16 serving 14. Good touch back there, sent over by KO. Good dig by Maiden. Bienemy with the second touch opportunity here. Yes. Montano was able to dig it. Brown looking for the kill. And the Highlanders called for the net touch. Evans Bienemy gets called for the net touch, 17 serving 14. As Rich's Wantep has gotten 3 straight service points back there to give the Rams that 3-point advantage, but service error will go back over to the Highlanders, 15 serving 17. This is Dylan Maiden back at the service line for the Highlanders. Pham with that service return. Little miscommunication there. Maiden now setting Torrentes wide, and Eli will take the kill. Highlanders cut it back to a 1-point lead, 16 serving 17. Back set here for Mehdi. Good block by the Highlanders. This is going to have to go over. Wantep able to get it over. Great job by Rich's Wantep. But there is Zach Slango. Off the set there by Nate Travers. And the Highlanders have tied this up at 17s. Inside quick set. Jonathan Chan fires that one off the late arriving block attempt, 18 serving 17. As Long Pham back at the service line. Good service by Pham, but it goes long. No joke there, that actually is his name as well, Long Pham. However, the service looked very good. Great job by the Highlanders to lay off of that one. As a service error gets the Highlanders back tied, 18 serving 18. Milo Holloway back at the service line. Holloway with an ace today. As Mehdi comes in and gets his first kill. Ali Mehdi takes that kill and will head back to the service line, 19 serving 18. Rams looking to be first to 20 here in set number 1. That one's going to drift long on Mehdi. Highlanders tie it up, 19 serving 19. Torrentes back at the service line. Long service there by Eli. First to 20 are the Rams here in set number 1. 20 serving 9. Malik Brown will go to the service line. Set here by Holloway, over to Chetty. Chetty a little deft touch there. Second touch again as Lantano gets his 3rd kill of the match. He's gotten 2 off of those quick second touches. Very heady player. It's Kenzel Lantano. 21-19 the score. Timeout on the floor. As the Rams 4 points away from taking this first set here at Broon Fieldhouse. We're going to keep it right here, talk about what's going on all over the place here in Highlander Nation in the spring. As over on the lacrosse pitch, the boys lacrosse team picked up their 2nd win of the season yesterday with a 15-5 victory over Malden. A huge game for Pasquale Candolino and a huge achievement as well, as the senior captain on the team got his 100th point of his career in lacrosse. Great job. Congratulations to Pasquale Candolino, as he had 8 goals in that game. Good opportunity. Saw some good play by some younger players out there, as Jacob Madrano was very, very good in that game as well. Highlanders taking that 15-5 win, going 2-1 now in the GBL. Over on the girls' side, they are undefeated currently in the GBL, 2-0, 3-2 overall, and we'll have coverage of them tomorrow on Thursday the 16th versus Malden. So we are about to get underway here back at Broon. Inside set to Swango, and he liked that one as Holloway put it right where he wanted it. (20 serving 21). Zach Attack back at the service line. Interior set there. Caven Key picks it up as that's his second kill of the match. 22 serving 20 now. It's Key back at the service line. Chetty gets that first touch. He has to send it over here on the third, and he will. Good touch there. Sent over by Maiden, not much danger. Opportunity here for the Rams to set up. And outside of the antenna that time was Rich's Wantep. Nate Travers checks back in for the Highlanders. 21 serving 22, sophomore Travers. He and the freshman Holloway, Milo Holloway, filling in for Ozzie Marks. Tips the tape, does Nate, goes the right way. Wantep, great dig there by Dylan Maiden. It's going to bounce around off of the basket stanchion, and that is in play. As the baskets elevated above, the basketball baskets are considered in play. If Torlentis and Eli had been able to play that cleanly, they would have gotten that clean second touch. So now Lantano 2 points away, back at the service line. Bienemy, what a touch there. Evans Bienemy picking up his fourth kill of this set. Deft touch by Evans as he came in, switched hands, and was able to drop it right in there for the point. 22 serving 23. Chetty back at the service line. Got on Fahm. Good opportunity here for the Highlanders. That's a little too far, but Torlentis is going to take that point. As his first touch was a little too close. A little too far, got over the net. Tied up now, 23 serving 23. Good service by Chetty. This has to go over, and it will from Chin. Travers sets Torlentis. Big block, but there's Travers. Great job on the dig. Torlentis again. And he got into the net. There's Eli with the net touch. Set point here for the Rams. Rich's Wantep back at the service line. Travers setting Torlentis. That will go long, and that will do it for the first set as the Rams take it by the score of 25-23. These two teams went to 5 sets in their 2 matches last season as both teams took a 5-setter from the other. We will see how this plays out as we move towards the second set here at Bruin Fieldhouse on Somerville Ed TV. Back at Bruin Fieldhouse on Somerville Ed TV. Todd Harmon as we have the Rams in against the Highlanders. Rams take that first set 25-23 as the Highlanders acquitted themselves quite well in that first set, but the Rams able to pull away and get the critical last 2 points. Highlanders without their captain and setter, Ozzie Marks. He is out on the left coast visiting colleges in California. And the first point of the second set goes to the Highlanders as Torlentis. Good job by Eli as he was able to get that one over. Highlanders lead 1-0 here in set number 2. Setting is being handled by number 13, Nate Travers for the Highlanders, as well as number 14, Milo Holloway. Travers a sophomore, Holloway a freshman. Holloway called up from the JV team for this game. As Rich's Wantep back at the service line for the Rams, 1 serving 1. Torlentis tunes up the band. Good dig there by Long as Fahm was able to get that one. Back set here looking for Evans Bienemy. Just a little too close to the net. As Nate Travers tried that back set over to Evans, Bienemy was tremendous in that first set with 4 kills. 2 serving 1 now. Maiden with that first touch, interior set to Swango, and it goes long. Highlanders looking for a touch by one of the Rams at the net, but do not get the call. Rams out to the 3-1 lead now. Setting Torrentes far side. Goes long on that kill attempt. 4 serving 1. Good eye there by Eli Torrentes as he lets that one go wide. Service error goes over to the Highlanders, 2 serving 4 now. As the Highlanders, head coach Steve Walker is using a rotation basically of bringing in Abdurrahman Kaloff, number 16, for Evans Bienemy, and then bringing in Milo Holloway for Nate Travers. As Holloway with the service that time, the kill there by Jonathan Chan. It's classical setting that quick interior set to Chan, able to get the kill. 5 serving 2 now. It's Long Pham back at the service line. Holloway with the interior set, looking for Swango, and Swango will take the kill. As the Zach attack picks up the point and the side out for the Highlanders, 3 serving 5 now. Torrentes back at the service line. Set here by Lontano, looking for Mehdi. Soft touch there by Ali Mehdi. Good job by Dylan Maiden getting over there to pancake it. Now Brown with the punch of the fist over, handled easily. Swango. And it touches the line. As Zach will pick up his 3rd kill of the match. Rams were first to 5, but the Highlanders come storming back, 4 serving 5. Lontano again gets the point with that quick kill, with that quick second touch send. 3rd time in this match that he has done that. Highlanders very aggressive in terms of their defensive play at the net. A little over aggressive, and that's what you can take advantage of with that quick second touch send. As Chetty tunes up the band from the left side and takes the kill. Now Swango back at the service line, 5 serving 6. Lontano, backline set there. Good dig out by Holloway. As Kaloff gets it over on the 3rd. Good dig there by Swango. Holloway looks to set, but a little too far. Highlanders will take the point. Holloway's set just went a little bit too far, but the send back by the Rams did not find the line. Kill right there by Kiev. As Kevin Kiev, 3 kills for him in this match. Malik Brown back at the service line, 7 serving 6. Chetty will get that off of the antenna. Point goes to the opponent when you hit the antenna. Eight serving 6. Set by Holloway. Kaloff, and he'll take the point. As Abdurrahman Kaloff got that one right over into the block and was able to deflect it off the block and down. Nate Travers back into the game for the Highlanders, as well as Evans Bienemy, 7 serving 8. Travers at the service line. Great block there as Ko Jr. and Evans Bieniemy combining to shut down the kill attempt by Rich's Wantep. Highlanders have tied it up at 8. Wantep again, dug out, good job by Travers, sent over by Bieniemy. Another opportunity here, they're gonna set Wantep into the block off of Ko's head, and Bieniemy couldn't quite get to it. It's Ko Jr. lost sight of the ball there, coming off of the block attempt. 9 serving 8. Caven Keed back at the service line. Travers back set looking for Chetty. Now Wantep, soft touch. Tried to get it up over the block attempt of Julian Chetty. And what it did was it caused it to come off of the block of Chetty and out. So the point goes over to the Rams. Travers setting Bieniemy. That has to go over, and a double touch is going to be the call on Lantana. Highlanders take the side out, 9 serving 10. Julian Chetty back at the service line. Good service there by Chetty. Has to come over, and it does. Good opportunity here for the Highlanders. Interior set. Junior Cal, or Cal Jr. I should say. Now, Torlentes just hit that one wide. Rams take that point and the side out as Lantano back at the service line, 11 serving 9. Lantano 2 aces in this match. Tuned up the band on that one, but Dylan Maiden said, no, sir, not a problem. I've got this. Good opportunity here for Wantep. Soft touch. As Travers lays out, but the soft touch of Rich's Wantep gets his 3rd kill. 12 serving 9. That is long. Service error there by Lantana. Maiden now back at the service line for the Highlanders. It's going to go too far, and Zach Swango likes it. As he'll take that kill. Can't let those balls drift too far towards the net, because Zach will take care of them. 11 serving 12. Outside setting Mehdi. Good reaction there by Bieniemy as he was able to get it over on the touch. Double touch is the call on Chetty coming up from the back. As Rich's Wantep back at the service line. Good set. Good dig there by Brown. Sent over. Highlanders miscommunication there. Maiden came in, making the call. I could hear him from here saying he had it. Bieniemy gave way to him, but Dylan didn't finish and get to that one. So it is 14-11 here as a timeout on the floor. Highlanders trying to get on the same page, trailing by 3 here, trailing 1 set to nothing. Let's talk about what's going on over on the Diamonds over at Trum Field as the Highlander baseball team is 3-0 undefeated as they pulled out an extra inning victory against reigning GBL champion Medford at Medford as they won it in 8 innings. It was a 5-4 victory. Tremendous job by Preston Ardolino as he had multiple runs scored as well as the starting pitcher in that game, striking out 8 in his 6 innings of work. Highlander baseball team right now first place in the GBL, and they have beaten 2 of the top teams in the GBL as the Rams of Lynn Classical lost to the Highlanders in the home opener for them, and then they took down the reigning champion Mustangs of Medford They are currently at Malden playing today. We'll see if they can continue that undefeated run in the GBL. As Juan Tep's service. Maiden setting up Torlentes. Good dig there by Fahm. Brown tried to get a light touch there. Instead gets called for the carry. As Holloway and Koloff will check back in for the Highlanders. 12 I should say, serving 14. Milo Holloway back at the service line. He's got an ace today. Back set. As it looked for all the world like Lantano was going to send over the second touch again. Fake doing that, set the back set, but Medi unable to handle it. As Swango again taking advantage of that ball that just got too far on that touch. Rams like to set up their setter off the first touch with a really hard, high velocity send towards the net. Lantano normally able to handle those very, very well, but if they get too far, that's the world of Zach Swango, and the Rams don't want to be in that. As Torlentes gets that inside the block, and the Highlanders have come storming back, taking the lead first to 15 here in set number 2, 15 serving 14. As Holloway picks up his second ace. Timeout taken by the Rams as Holloway has run off a run of service points. Highlanders have taken the lead 16-14 here in set number 2, trailing 1-0. We'll talk really quickly about what we have going on Somerville Ed TV. As you see over the Highlander bench over there as they're circled around, you can see number 5 right there. That's Connor Bicknell. Bicknell and his partner Harris, well, they're scientists. They were involved in the Division 4, I believe it was the Division 4 Science Fair, Somerville High School, and the Region 4, I should say, Science Fair. We had coverage of that here on Somerville Ed TV. You can check that out. As Connor Bicknell and his partner Harris, I learned a lot about the detection of ethylene using chlorophyll. If you'd like to learn about it as well, mash your buttons and check out what we have for you on Somerville Ed TV. As the Highlanders have retaken the lead here. Nice dig on the back line by Julian Chetty. And Medi tried to send that one over, and Torlentes blocked it, but blocked it out. So the point goes over to the Rams. Rams have taken to softening their kills. They're not taking big swings. They're taking softer touches, trying to get it up over the Highlander blocks. Good reaction there by Swango. Opportunity here for Brown. And Brown took the big swing that time, was able to get it inside the block of the Highlanders, Torlentes and Swango. And we are tied right back up at 16s. Long Fahm gets that into the net. Eli back at the service line now, 17 serving 16. Chetty will take that one as the first touch from Brown. Too far over the net. Julian Chetty says thank you very much. Highlanders by 2, 18 serving 16. Medi gets it over on the third touch. Opportunity here, Maiden setting Chetty. Chetty will send that one over. Good dig there by Fahm. Backline kill attempt, handled by the Highlanders. Holloway sent over by Maiden, good job. Now the opportunity here for Medi. Good dig by Torlentes on the back. Chetty will get it over on the second touch. We have a heck of a volley going here. As Brown dug out, Swango dug out there by Juan Tep. Keeve dug out there by Maiden. Now the Highlanders can set it with Swango. Just didn't quite get what he wanted, but was able to send it over. Maiden, great reaction there to get it over. As Koloff goes over on the third. Juan Tepp's going to get called for the double touch, as he thought maybe about taking the big swing from the back line, but had to adjust. And after a long volley, Highlanders take the point, 19 serving 16. As Eli will pick up the ace on that one. Brown called for the carry. Torlentes picks up his first ace of the match. Highlanders first to 20 here in set number 2, 20 serving 16. Back set looking for Mehdi. Highlander blockers are really getting in the heads of the Rams as they keep trying to adjust their attacks and their swings due to that block. Swing goes so difficult on that front line along with Chetty and Koloff right now. Interior set to Kiev. That needs to go over, and Maiden will get it there. Great dig by Dylan Maiden. Interior set again for Kiev. Chetty gets that one. Touched over, and Kiev finally, third bite at the apple, is able to get the point. 17 serving 21. As Mehdi back at the service line. This needs to go over from Swango. It will, but too wide. (18 serving 21). Holloway gets it over on the second touch. Swango not called for the double touch. A little surprised about that. Considered, I guess, a block and then a touch. Chetty trying for the kill off the side. Koloff wants the touch by the Rams, but he's not going to get it. Rams have cut it to a 2-point Highlander lead, 19 serving 21. Holloway will set Swango on the interior there, but just wide. The Rams come storming back, 20 serving 21 now. That will go long, service error. Side out back to the Highlanders. (22 serving 20). Zach Swango back at the service line. The Highlanders 3 points away from taking the second set. Brown looks for the kill, gets it off the block and takes the kill. As Malik Brown gets his third kill of the match. (21 serving 22). Malik Brown back at the service line. Interior set. Holloway looking for KO Jr. Little too low on that set. Into the net. 22 serving 22 as we are knotted up. First set was knotted up at 23 when the Rams were able to win the last 2 points. Now the Highlanders will get first to 23 here. 23 serving 22. Nate Travers will check back into the game along with Evans Bienemy. Travers back at the service line for the Highlanders. Looking to serve them to this second set win, evening this matter up 1 set apiece if he can get 2 points here. Set for Juan. Good job backing it up. Torlentes. He drops it into that back corner for the kill. Set point for the Highlanders. They've got 2 coming to them. Timeout taken by the Rams. So the Highlanders look to even this match up at 1 set apiece. Keep it right here. Talk to you about what's going on around Highlander Nation like we talk about. Boys lacrosse, they're 2-3 overall. They're 2-1 in the GBL. Congratulations again to Pasquale Candolino. 100 points for the Highlanders in lacrosse for the senior. Tremendous career for Pasquale Candolino. Looking to continue this year as he had 8 goals in that matchup against Malden. Set point here for the Highlanders. It's Nate Travers back at the service line. And Travers sends that one wide, I should say. So now the Rams have the opportunity with Caven Keeve back there to bring this to deuce. Another set point here for the Highlanders. 23 serving 24. Travers will set interior as K.O. Jr. gets it over, dug out by Keeve. Highlanders able to dig that off the block. This has to go over, and it will, but that was the fourth touch. I lost count on that one, and we have deuce, 24-24. Remember, in volleyball, you have to win the set by 2. Travers touches it up, but Junior mistimed the jump. Again, you see a little bit of miscommunication for the Highlanders. Their senior Ozzie Marks out in California checking out colleges, their senior leader and setter. Nate Travers filling in, Milo Holloway as well. They're doing a tremendous job, as evidenced by how close these games have been. But now it's the opportunity for the Rams to take a 2-0 lead whenever we come back from this timeout. Highlanders are looking great on the baseball diamond. As possible league MVP, Preston Ardolino, as well as Colin Bourne, Tommy Griffin, senior leaders on that team. Doing an excellent job for the Highlanders, scoring lots of runs this year in their 3 games. The Highlanders have scored over 20 runs in their 3 games combined. The Highlanders averaging over 7 runs a game, put in 12 runs against Revere. So an excellent job by the Highlander offense. Set point here for the Rams. Set by Travers, Bienemy off the block. Good job by Torlentes. Set for Bienemy again. He tried to soften it up and tuck it in, and he couldn't quite do it. And the Rams take set number 2 by the score of 26-24. That is a gut punch for the Highlanders as they look to avoid the sweep. We will have third set action coming up for you here on Somerville Ed TV. Back at Brune Fieldhouse here on Somerville Ed TV. Highlanders trailing the Rams of Lynn Classical 2-0. Todd Harmon here as the Highlanders had 2 set points in that second set. The Rams able to fight those off, and they were able to cash in their first set point, winning that second set 26-24. So the Highlanders playing without their senior setter, leader, captain, Ozzie Marks. Ozzie's out on the left coast in Cali. He's checking out colleges for his future education. I hope that is going well. Great dig there by Dylan Maiden. Oh my goodness gracious. And Zach Swengo will take the kill. As the Highlanders, although they're down 2-0, they have been battling gamely throughout this game, or this match, losing 25-23 in the first set, 26-24 in the second set. Milo Holloway, number 14, young freshman brought up from the JV team, got the call. He got the call, and he's acquainted himself quite well setting for the Highlanders, along with Nate Travers as well. As Swengo takes that kill as well. Zach opening things up with a couple kills here for the Highlanders as they lead off this third set 2-0. Torlentes starting things off at the service line for the Highlanders. He's tuning up the band out there as well. Lontano tries that second touch send again. That time Highlanders ready for it. He's gotten 3 points out of it. Inside set attempt. Jonathan Chan send it wide. Highlanders take the point. 3 serving nothing. Highlanders lost that first set after being tied with the Rams 23-23. Losing the final 2 points of the set as Eli sent that one just long. Service error for the Highlanders. However, a nice opening as they got a 3-1 lead. Handing it over to Kenzel Lantano for the Rams. As Maiden on that first touch, got close in. Lantano very, very difficult to handle with his serve. That's his third service ace of the match. Holloway chases that one down. This has to go over, and oh by golly, it almost did. But it didn't quite. As the 3-0 lead the Highlanders had disappears quickly. Lantano doing an excellent job at the service line. Maiden trying to get that service return. He and Torlentes back there, possibly a miscommunication. Lantano, though, he'll take his fourth ace. Holloway will set that for Chetty. And Julian will take that kill. As Chetty gets his third kill of the match, Highlanders tie it back at 4. Zach attack, back at the service line, Zach Swango. Good dig there by Long Pham. And Mehdi going to get called for the double touch. As Ali Mehdi has struggled in terms of that outside attack. He's trying to go over top with a soft touch over the aggressive blocks of the Highlanders. And it really seems to be kind of messing up his timing a bit. Holloway setting Chetty here. What a block there. And that was Ali Mehdi. Very aggressively blocking at the net. 5 serving 5. As Riches Wantep back at the service line. Quick service there for Riches. Holloway gets that over, barely. Lantano able to send it over. Now Holloway will set. Looking inside as Kyle Jr. Gets that kill. Little deft, soft touch for the Highlanders. Nate Travers back into the game at the service line, 6 serving 5. The enemy with that dig, but nobody's able to get to it. That time Mehdi with the attack gets the kill. Long Pham back at the service line, 6 serving 6. That's going to go long. Highlander libero, Dylan Maiden calling the out on that one. Julian Chetty back at the service line, 7 serving 6. Lantano, the inside set. Keeve gets blocked by Junior. This has to go over. Set here by Travers, but it goes too far. It's a difficult set to make there. So he was trying to bring it over here for a left side attack. Mehdi back at the service line for the Rams. Set there for Eli Torlentes, but didn't quite get the hit he wanted. Sent that one long. Rams take the lead, 8 serving 7. That needs to go over, and it won't, unfortunately, as Maiden's first touch didn't quite get it the way he wanted to. Good reaction by Travers as he got a hand on the ball, but just they couldn't quite get it over the net after that on the third. 9 serving 7. And they're going to say that kissed the line as Mehdi will take the ace. Like to see an appeals process possibly on that one. Mehdi is given that one as well. And that one, I swear I thought I could see the entire line, but another ace for Mehdi, and suddenly the Highlanders are down by 4, 11 serving 7. Torrentes gets it over, not much danger. Now the opportunity for Malik Brown, and that will go to the Highlanders as Brown's kill attempt goes long. Maiden back at the service line, 8 serving 11 now. Inside set for Kiev, blocked by Swango. Sent over, that's a good one by Pham. Set inside for Swango. Too powerful is the Zach attack as he picks up his 7th kill of the game. Good interior set there by Nate Travers as well. 9 serving 11. Second touch send again works out for Lantana as he picks up his 5th kill of the game. 4 times now he's used that second touch. He's used it 6 times, it's worked 4. As Brown dug out that time by Maiden. Nice service return opportunity. The enemy, nice change on that. Swango, quick reaction. Zach attack picks up another one. Holloway will check in along with Koloff. As Kevin touches it just over the block attempt. As Kevin Keeve picks up that kill, his 5th of the match. 13 serving 10, now Keeve back at the service line. That'll get into the net, service error. Highlanders will take that point in the side out, 11 serving 13 as Torrentes will go back to the service line. Eli tuning up the band when he opened up this set. From the service line, getting 3 straight service points. Looks like he's tuning it up again. Montano able to get that over though. Holloway with the interior set for Swango. And the Highlanders riding the Zach attack right now as he's got 9 kills in this match. 12 serving 13. Eli tuning it up again, this time just long. He was looking for that near back corner. 14 serving 12. It's Kenzel Lantano back at the service line. He's got 4 aces in this game, or in this match, I should say. Tips the tape and picks up a 5th. First to 15 are the Rams here in set number 3 as they look to get the brooms out against the Highlanders. Timeout taken by head coach Steve Walker. As the Highlanders trail here 2 sets to nothing. And they trail 15-12 here in set number 3. Highlanders without their tremendous setter, senior leader Ozzie Marks, as he is out in California visiting colleges. Good fortune and good luck finding some great educational opportunities out there. Ozzie, look forward to having you back. The Highlanders have done an excellent job throughout this game as they unfortunately have lost the first set close and the second set even closer as set 1 they had it tied up 23-23. Rams were able to take those last 2 points to take that first set. Then the Highlanders had 2 set points of their own in set number 2 as they had the score 24-22. And the Rams were able to rip off 4 straight points, battling off the 2 set points for the Highlanders and taking that second set by the score of 26-24. So the Highlanders have acquainted themselves very well without Ozzie out there. Milo Holloway, the freshman brought up from the JV team, as well as Nate Travers doing a great job. Holloway setting here. Chetty got it over on the third. One tap, blocked. As Abdulrahman Koloff. Big block there for Koloff. 13 serving 15. Set for Chen. That's going to go long, I thought. No. Chan's kill touches the back line. 16 serving 13 now. Rich's one tap back at the service line. Set for Chetty. And he's going to get called for the double touch as Julian Chetty. Rams matching their biggest lead of this set, 17-13. 4-point lead for the Rams. Highlander head coach Steve Walker taking the timeout. As I mentioned, the Highlanders have played very, very well throughout this matchup. Evans Bienemy, a tremendous first set for him with 4 kills. Chetty has been excellent. He's had 3 kills. Swango has been absolutely phenomenal. 9 kills for Swango. Eli Torlentes as well. Been excellent for the Highlanders, but just the Rams have been able to put together the points when they've needed them, as Holloway as well as Travers doing an excellent job setting for the Highlanders, but just not able to get those critical points late in the matches, late in the sets, as the Rams have picked up those critical points, and they now have the 2-set lead and a 4-point lead here in the third set. 17 serving 13. As Rich's one tap back at the service line. Set there, looking for Kyle Jr. Just a little mistimed on the interior there. You expect that, as a matter of fact. You don't have your regular setter out there. You expect the timing to be a little bit off. Tipping the tape, going the right way for the Rams. Eli did a great job pancaking that one, but it got over and allowed Chan the opportunity to pick up his third kill. 19 serving 13 now, as the Rams look to sweep the Highlanders here. Holloway setting Chetty here on the near side. That one into the net. Came off the block, I should say. So Mehdi going to pick up the block along with Chan. 20 serving 13. First to 20 are the Rams. As one taps. Service goes long. 14 serving 20. Travers and Bienemy will check back into the game for the Highlanders. Travers back to the service line. Nate's done an excellent job today, assisting on lots of the kills, especially the Swango kills. This is looking for Chetty. As one tap, unable to get the dig there. Julian Chetty, a big swing from Julian. 4 kills for him today. 15 serving 20. Back set looking for Mehdi. And there was Chetty. As Julian Chetty gets the block along with K.O. Jr. 16 serving 20. Back set looking for Mehdi. Another big block there by the Highlanders as Chetty and Jr. combined. Net touch going to be called on Chan as he tried to dig out that block. 17 serving 20. Going to Brown now, and Brown off the block attempt of Bienemy and Junior. Able to get the kill. Brown picking up his 4th kill of the match. 21 serving 17. Long Pham back at the service line for the Rams. Travers back set looking for Chetty. Little too far forward. Julian into the net on that one. Also sent it wide. 22 serving 17. Good touch there. Great dig there by Maiden. But nobody there for the second touch off the net. Highlanders looking for a reach over the net there. Not going to get the call. 23 serving 17. As Pham sends that one wide to the near side. Side out to the Highlanders. 18 serving 23. Rams 2 points away from taking this match. As Julian Chetty back at the service line wants to rip off some nice services here. Travers with the set. Torlentes with the kill. (19 serving 23. Eli tuning up the band on that big swing. Chetty will get the ace there. Miscommunication on the Rams side. 20 serving 23. Highlanders trying to come back here in this 3rd set, trailing 2 sets to nothing. Another ace there for Chetty. As Julian racks up 2 aces in a row here. Timeout taken by the Rams. As the Highlanders trailed by 6, now they trail by 2, 23 to 21. As Julian Chetty, the senior, 2 aces there. Julian, very deceptive service. He doesn't get a lot of spin on his service, and so it acts kind of like a knuckleball in baseball. And you can see how difficult it can be to handle as the Rams struggling to handle the service of Julian Chetty. Highlanders trailing here 2 sets to nothing. Lost the first set 25-23 after being tied up at 23 in that set. Lost set number 2 26-24 after 2 set points that the Rams were able to fight through. This match has been extremely close. 2 of the top teams in the GBL. 21 serving 23. Chetty's service that time drifts outside. Service error. Match point as Ali Mehdi back at the service line. He's got 2 aces back there for the Rams. 3 match points here coming up for the Rams. First one for Mehdi gets into the net. Service error goes over to the Highlanders. Dylan Maiden back at the service line. Highlanders cannot afford a side out. Maiden's got to get 2 points here at the line. Great service by Dylan Maiden as he picks up his first ace of the game, and what a time for it. Highlanders have fought off 2 match points. And 1 more match point here for the Rams. Set. Looking for Key, blocked by Swango. As Zach in the middle has been excellent defensively today. Highlanders fight off 3 match points. We are tied at 24s, and just like set number 2, set number 3 is going to go to deuce. 24-24. Noted that these are 2 of the better teams in the GBL, the class of the GBL on the boys' side in terms of volleyball. Lynn Classical, Highlanders here in Somerville, as well as Revere. Can't sleep on Malden. You always got to worry about Malden in terms of what they can bring on the volleyball court. But this year, the way it looks, Revere seems to be the top team. They're currently in the top 20 in the Globe top 20. Highlanders opened the season in the Globe top 20, but the loss they had to Revere at Revere knocked them out of that top 20 and put Revere into it. We have deuce here in set number 3. Rams lead 2-0. 24 serving 24. Dylan Maiden at the service line for the Highlanders. Looking to set Brown. Great save on the back by Chetty. This has to go over. It does. Brown again. Off the block. Chetty dives, makes the dig. Looking for the back line set. Top win, no. And Torlentes got that into the net. Another match point here as Malik Brown will go back to serve for the match. Rams looking to take this third set. Set in the middle for Swango. And that is long, they say. Honestly, I disagree. This should be continuing. However, officials make the call, 26-24. That is the end of the match. Unfortunate that it ended on a questionable call. It was a heck of a match as each set won by only 2 points. But the Rams able to sweep the Highlanders today. Of course, the Highlanders without their captain, without their setter, Ozzie Marks. Highlanders, I'm sure, look forward to a possible revenge game over at Lynn once Ozzie is back from California. But that's going to do it for us today as the Highlanders drop to 5-4 overall, 4-2 in the GBL. The Rams move to 7-1 overall. They are only 3 games away from qualifying for the playoffs, 3 wins away, I should say, from qualifying for the playoffs with their 7th win here. They remain undefeated in the GBL. 4-0 is their record in the GBL. Big matchup coming up between them and the Patriots later on this month. Thank you very much for watching at home. We really, really do appreciate it. Make sure you mash your buttons, like, share, subscribe, sign up for those notifications so you know when we have live coverage like we did today or when we post our videos here on Somerville Ed TV. Make sure we get those subscriptions up. We're at 3,500. Let's get them up there to 4,000 by the fall. We want as many people to see some fall athletics here in Somerville as possible. Thank you very much for watching at home. Thank you very much, Bill Trudell. He is on camera. Joe Constantine, he's our director. My name is Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Volleyball on Somerville Ed TV.